Hey everybody, I have a video here I wanted to make. I like making videos on discoveries made in the world when they relate to ancient history and especially places I have talked about. This is livescience.com. I will leave the link below, and I'm sure some other people will talk about this or maybe already have. But this is Angkor Wat yields astounding buried towers and a spiral structure. And here it gives you some picture of some LiDAR imaging that was done here. It says 8 buried towers and the remains of a massive spiral structure created from sand have been discovered at Angkor Wat in Cambodia. The massive structure, almost a mile long, contains a spiral design with several rectangular spirals that form a giant structure, archaeologists say. This structure, which has the dimensions of more than 1,500 meters by 600 meters, which is about 1 mile by 1,970 feet, is the most striking discovery associated with Angkor Wat to date. Its function remains unknown as yet. It has no known equivalent in the Angkorian world, Robert Fletcher, a University of Sydney professor, said in a statement put out by the university. It said, "Today, the spiral structure is hard to make out on the ground, having been obscured by modern features or vegetation." And it says, by examining the mile-long spiral structure and stone towers, researchers date them back to when Angkor Wat was first built in the 12th century AD. And I think Angkor Wat could be one of those places that a civilization came along and built on a much more ancient site. And I'll talk about that in just a second here. But it says the spiral structure is difficult to make out on the ground, and archaeologists found it using LiDAR, a laser scanning technology that allows scientists to detect structures obscured by by vegetation or modern development. And it just goes over that a little bit. I'm not going to read all of this, but here it says the buried towers. The remains of 8 towers marked in yellow were discovered near the western gateway of Angkor Wat. And you see here where the towers are, they kind of make an X. And I'm just going to go over to Google Earth here real quick. And this is where those towers were located. Obviously, when looking at the surface today, you wouldn't, have any idea that there was towers there. But that LiDAR imaging, that is excellent. I believe they use that in Egypt too. But there is where those towers were. I just wanted to show you that real quick. And in case some of you aren't familiar with Angkor Wat, I made a video, I don't know, a month or so ago maybe. I can't remember when. But this is just a view of Angkor Wat. And once again, the dating of this, I have no problem with the 12th century AD dating of Angkor Wat, but I believe this could be built over much more ancient remains or a place that was very sacred in ancient times. And I mentioned Angkor Wat in my video from a couple years ago, which was the Equator 12,500 years ago. And if I can get my computer to work here. But in this video, I just plotted the Nazca lines over the entire Earth. I extended them out. I believe straight lines are meant to be followed for a reason. And in this video, I showed how they start at Nazca, the famous Nazca lines, and exactly on the other side of the world from Nazca is the ancient site of Angkor Wat, and all the lines run literally right through that temple on the other side of the world. So I believe Angkor Wat could be a very special ancient site. I just want to show you that real quick. But I think it's very interesting. This discovery made these towers, which form an X. We have a spiral design, a massive spiral design. I think this is just a very cool discovery and just opens up many more questions about Angkor Wat, which is located in Cambodia. This is what it looks like from overhead, and there are other temples very close to here. This could have been all one massive temple area covering many square miles. I just wanted to show you that real quick. This is Angkor Wat in Cambodia. I will leave the links to that livescience.com article below. But these appear to be pretty fascinating discoveries. Hope you thought this was interesting. You have a nice day.